Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another season of high school football here in the Conroe Independent School District. We are finally back. School year started. Everyone is sort of getting settled into the regular 2026-2027 school year, and now we are here for our first week of high school football here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. I'm Jackson Cocker, and I'll be your play-by-play host for tonight's matchup, where it's going to be the home team of the Oak Ridge War Eagles going head-to-head against James E. Taylor Mustangs of Katy. So, as we had earlier this evening, there was a little bit of a weather delay, but it looks like all the players are getting warmed up, and we should be starting right around kickoff at 7 o'clock our time here at Woodforest Bank Stadium here in Shenandoah, Texas. And before we start things off, just want to welcome everybody back. Hope you all had a great summer and hope we are trying to stay as cool as we possibly can. I know it's been a really rough summer and we got a little bit of rain today, and hopefully that'll cool off the stadium turf just a little bit for these players. And one thing we're looking forward to this evening here for the War Eagles, well, they finished off not the way that they really wanted to last season. It was Coach Blackshire's first year as head coach. Now he's in his second year, and while they finished 3-5 in district, they were 4-6 on the season last year. And coming into tonight's game, you have a lot of questions what you want to see out of this War Eagle offense and defense. On the offensive side of things, they split the ball pretty well on the ground and in the air, but after losing James Scott to graduation and Drayden Urbe, your starting quarterback, wide receiver, quarterback, both of them graduating last year, there's a lot of questions that are under the head, like between the ears. Who's going to be taking in your snaps? Is it going to be Chris Salem, who is also one of your senior starting cornerbacks, defensive backs? Is he going to take some snaps? I saw him in warm-ups. He's throwing the ball around, but then you have Clark Scott, number 4, junior quarterback. Is he going to be under center a little bit too? Or is it going to be the senior quarterback, Kenneth Carmichael? A lot of questions tonight that we're going to get to see answered. And also, you're not going to see Scare here for the War Eagles. He is no longer playing for Oak Ridge. He's somewhere else here within the district. So that's another body that you're trying to replace that you were expecting to get a lot of productivity on both sides of the ball this year. But that being said, if you look at the defensive side of things here for Oak Ridge, I mean, you have senior defensive lineman Finn Walker. He is returning, and he is one of those guys that is wrecking the trenches. He's going to be right off the ball really quick, trying to cover the edge, get into the backfield, and be a menace. He's going to target a lot of double teams this season. And if you looked at the way that he played last year, you're excited to see what this senior has in store. He's been getting some offers from some other schools around the nation, so he will be playing at that next level, in the collegiate level, which we're going to be excited for. But before anything gets started, we're going to probably take a quick TO for our sponsors just a second, and we can break down a few things, so hopefully everything is good. Well, my apologies. Apparently we already did our sponsors for the evening. So a couple things that have come ahead for this season. There have been a lot of changes with the UIL rules and regulations when it comes to practices. So while there's a difference between practice and competition that you're going to see with the way that the heat advisory has been already this summer and coming into the fall for the beginning of this school year, it's a lot of things that you don't get a lot of playing time outside, which is good because of player safety and all. Just makes you wonder how much actual good practice time both these teams were able to receive. I know that there are some kind of breakdowns, little inside practices that you have, little walkthroughs here and there, but other than that, I'm excited for another season of high school football here, and we're excited to bring you another season on our Conroe ISD Sports Athletic Stadium Stream channel. But as you can see, we're waiting for Oak Ridge to move their way out of their inflatable tunnel. Oak Ridge's drill team is taking the field. Now, we were supposed to have senior night tonight here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. That will be postponed due to the weather delay that we did have earlier. So at another time, that will be announced whenever we will get to see everyone. But now the War Eagles are making their way out onto the field from the south end zone, headed to the north end zone. And they're led by number 88, Finn Walker, number 2, Preston Davis Cox, and it looked like number 5, Elijah Burton. And the War Eagles are in their traditional red and whites tonight. You have the ROTC waving the flags in the north end zone with them. And shortly we are going to have the referees make their way to midfield, and we're going to have our team captains both line up with the teams. We're going to have the national anthem, school songs, kickoff entitlement, and we should be kicking off hopefully within the next 5 minutes or so as Oak Ridge lines up on their sideline. So the Oak Ridge Band is going to play the national anthem for us, and out of respect for the band, we will mute ourselves here in the booth as the ROTC makes their way from the south end zone all the way to midfield. And actually, both ROTCs from north end zone and the south end zone are going to meet at the 50-yard line. Thank you to the Oak Ridge Band for their version of the national anthem to get things started here tonight. We're about to see the officials make their way to the 50-yard line right in the middle of the Conroe Independent School District logo. And while the captains will make their way to midfield, couple other storylines before the season even begins. One of the things that Oak Ridge dealt with a lot last year, and not trying to say it in any way negatively, is their turnover battle. They pretty much would hinder their success on the field by turning the ball over, by either some fumbles, which they had 8 lost fumbles last year, and a couple of interceptions that were thrown by Urbe last season. And that's one of those things that kind of kept Oak Ridge from finishing out games, is having those late turnovers in the third and fourth quarter in that second half. But if they can get that under control, clean that up, which I know has probably been one of those situations coming in to this season, in the offseason, making sure you clean up a lot of those turnovers and penalties. That was another thing. They did suffer quite a bit of penalties for some games, but one of the things that Oak Ridge did a lot was control clock, especially whenever on offense running the ball. What we'd like to see from these War Eagles tonight is how did conditioning, how did a lot of preparation come into tonight, and will they clean up a lot of those simple, easy-to-repair mistakes as they faced last season?
Katy Taylor's won the toss. We'll defer the second half. Oak Ridge will receive at this end. Good luck, gentlemen. Have a safe ball game.
As our referee said, the Mustangs are going to defer to the second half, and Oak Ridge will be getting the ball first tonight. And while I've discussed a lot about what we saw on the side for Oak Ridge, them being the home team, well, our visiting Taylor Mustangs, Katy Taylor Mustangs, well, they finished 0-10 last season. That's the first time that the program has finished 0-10 since the 1980s. I believe it was 1980 to be exact. And this is Chris Babin, the head coach for the Mustangs. It's his second year. So you have sophomore coaching from both sides of the ball, for both teams, both sidelines, I mean. And then you also, for the Mustangs, little fun fact that 4 of 10 of their losses were in one-score games. So they were pretty much in it, either losing by 3, even 7 points. Just one possession, they could possibly have made a big difference. But right now, the Mustangs are lined up on the near side of the 40, favoring that hash mark. It's going to be a high pooch kick that is going to go out of bounds, and that's going to be our first penalty of the game. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced, and Oak Ridge will start things off at their own 30. And who kicked off for the Mustangs was Felipe Melagrana. And it looked like it was Benjamin Winiger that was in the vicinity of the kick, but allowed it to go out of bounds on the far sideline.
Free kick out of bounds by the kicking team. 5 yards from the dead ball spot, first down.
So instead of starting on their own 30, it's going to be at their own 32. .68 yards to try to make it to the end zone here, and we're going to see Christopher Salem in the gun for the War Eagles to start things off. Drops back, looking at the middle of the field, and it's going to be a completion for the first completion of the season. And it looks like that is your first down of the season here for the War Eagles. And as you can see, the War Eagles are going to be running a pistol-style offense at this moment. Salem hands it off, and it's going to be stopped in the backfield as they dish it to Rogers Wheeler III. Senior running back gets his first touch of the night, and it'll be a loss for the War Eagles. But one of the things that Oak Ridge coming out, throwing the ball on the first play of the game, things that you'd like to see, try to get this offense moving. Salem throws in the flat, gets a completion. It's going to be about 7 to 9 yards on the reception, and on this, it was Cody Cooksey. So we are close to midfield now. So the 8-yard reception brings it 3rd and 5. So we wait to see how they're going to handle this first 3rd down tonight. It's going to be another handoff, and it's going to be short. So Cooksey brought back to the line of scrimmage for no gain, and now will be your first attempt on 4th down tonight. We're waiting to see what the War Eagles have planned here in midfield. Looks like they're going to probably, game play clock is right at 13. Waiting to see if they can get lined up and try to draw the Mustangs offside. Salem throws in the middle of the field. It is out of the hands of Preston Davis-Cox, senior wide receiver, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So the first possession of the night for the War Eagles turned into a turnover on downs. Had the first completion with a first down pass. And now we're going to see how this defense lines up against the Mustangs. In the gun, it's going to be a handoff up the gut and able to slice his way through. That was number 17, Sebastian Ramirez. Just found a huge open lane in between the tackles and able to get 7 yards on that carry. Logan Broom is the quarterback for the Mustangs. It's going to be another pitch to Ramirez, and Ramirez gets the first down, and he is all the way into the end zone for the first touchdown of the season, and that is a 42-yard rush there from Sebastian Ramirez. So Ramirez, 42 yards for the PAT. Malagrana, kick is up and good. Less than a minute with the Mustangs on the drive and able to find the end zone. A 42-yard rushing touchdown from Sebastian Ramirez. And the Mustangs are now leading 7-0 against the War Eagles. Probably not the way that defensive coordinator Chad Miller for the War Eagles wanted to see his defense come out. Already allowing 49 yards on the ground. Mustangs ready to kick it off again. Back deep for the War Eagles is TJ Miller and Cody Cooksey. But they might be kicking over near Winiger again. Actually kick it deep this time. Coming out of the hand of Cooksey, but able to recover and get himself a nice run on the return. He's already at midfield. He's going to the far sideline, pushed out of bounds. I would say he is out at the 40, the 44, 43. So already at the 43 for the second drive of the evening here for the War Eagles. They're going to start things off. No, they're actually going to say that he was at the 45. It was a oh no moment, but able to recover and find a seam and get his way into Mustang territory. So a 45-yard kick return. Split back in the backfield. Cash White was in motion. Cooksey with the carry. Maybe 3 on the sweep. And bring up second down. So Oak Ridge now back on the driver's seat. They like to control the clock. So eat up as much time on the offense as they can. Salem drops back, throws, and it's going to be tipped. And it looks like that was Edison Skokna, defensive back for the Mustangs, bringing a 3rd and long. A lot of things you see nowadays in high school ball. You don't see a lot of conventional huddles. They're pretty much calling the plays at the line. 2 wide receivers. Now we have a man in motion. And another handoff to Cooksey in the backfield with the delay handoff, and he is brought down for a big loss. I would say it's going to be 3-yard loss. Makes it now a 4th and 10. And we're going to go ahead and see the punt team come to midfield. Here to punt the ball. It's Armando Cantu. And back to return for the Mustangs is Jonathan Rodriguez. Low snap. Able to get it off in plenty of time. It's going to be inside the 5. And you couldn't write it up any better right there. So Preston Davis Cox downs it inside the 5. They're going to say that it's going to be at the 3-yard line. So now this is where you want to see what do they have in store. Let's just forget about that first defensive drive. Ignore what just happened. They have 97 yards to make it to the end zone. See number 88, Finn Walker on the edge. It's going to be a dump pass. And Ramirez gets himself a reception and a first down. So first down of the night here for the Mustangs. Lining up with 4 receivers. Empty backfield. Ramirez lines back up. It's going to be another pitch to Ramirez. And he fights his way as he trucks short of the first down. It looks like it's going to be, I do not see any laundry on the field. Expecting maybe a penalty thrown late. There was some activity going on in the second level between a Mustang and a War Eagle. Looks like there's going to be a timeout on the field. Unsure of who actually called the timeout. It's going to be a measurement. That's what they're doing. So as we can see, they're trying to catch the measurement to see if it will be a first down. And by the looks of it, I would say he's short, so it'll be a 2nd and 1. What we've seen so far, a couple check down throws from the Mustangs, trying to stay away from defensive end Finn Walker. So with 3 defensive linemen in the trenches here for the War Eagles. It looks as if Oak Ridge is playing with 5 defensive backs, 2 linebackers. Player in motion here for the Mustangs as they're in the pistol. It's going to be another handoff. And as you can see, Ramirez is carving up. It looks like there might have been the turnover. Oak Ridge is saying that they recovered a ball. But the referees and the umpires. And it is a fumble recovery for the War Eagles. Try to catch it late here on the replay. So the ball did come out late. So yeah, it was Gavin Moreno who was able to get the recovery. Number 17, senior linebacker for Oak Ridge. And now, third drive of the night for the offense. Single back. Plenty of time in the pocket. Salem's going to go ahead and run, but he stumbles a little bit. You could say that this would be marked as a sack, but there is a penalty on the near sideline between the – actually, it's going to be right at the 35. So waiting for the head referee. Picks up the flag, waiting for if there's still going to be called a penalty.
Illegal motion on the offense. Broke toward the line of scrimmage prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Remains first down.
5-yard penalty will be the first penalty of the year for.
The offending team has opted to decline the penalty. Second down.
It's going to be a decline penalty, as the referee said. It's going to be a 2nd and 13. As the War Eagles are getting the play called at the line of scrimmage. Breland Atkinson lined up on the near side at wide receiver. Preston Davis Cox, top of the screen. It's going to be another handoff, but it's going to be a misdirection, and it's going to be kept by Salem. Salem gets the yards back, which brings it to now a 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11, actually, with we're just halfway through the first quarter now. As everyone's getting lined up, waiting for this 3rd down as of so far tonight. Oak Ridge is 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. Rolls left, Salem through the middle of the field, and it's going to be short to Wyatt Peak. And looks like we're going to go ahead and see Cantu back out to punt. Now being 0 for 3 on the 3rd down conversions. Trying to get some points off the turnover, which was unsuccessful for Oak Ridge. Another kick, and it's going to be hit back inside. They're going to go ahead and say inside the 10 instead of inside the 5. So for the 3rd drive tonight coming out for the Mustangs, see how they bounce back after the turnover. While Sebastian Ramirez is still running strong for the Mustangs, have to figure out how to tame this stallion, try to slow him down while they've been focusing mostly on the outside with the sweeps and the pitches. They've only had one run in between the tackles. And this time it's going to be a handoff to Zach Phillips, and Phillips is short of the 1st down marker. So what we've been seeing now from the Mustang offense, they've been handling some sweeps. They've been doing some pitches. Need to focus more on the edge and the outside. As going to be a keeper, quarterback keeper for Logan Broom as he gets the 1st down. As they line up with multiple backs, it's going to be another handoff to number 7 as he breaks a tackle, and he finds himself into the 2nd level, right at midfield, pushed out of bounds, and Phillips with a big carry. Yet again, we've seen a couple of these big plays from the Mustangs tonight. Only in the 1st quarter, we had the 42-yard rush from Ramirez. About a 25-yard rush there from Phillips. So Broom hands it off again and stopped right at 3 yards. Met a swarm of Eagles there. I'd say that was Ari Jackson, lead tackler for Oak Ridge. Four linemen. They're rushing 4. And the throw in the middle of the field from Broom, intended for Phillips, incomplete. And it was wide open in between the seams. Believe that was Elijah Burton. No, I'm sorry. That was Matthew Teague playing safety. 3rd and 7 here. See if Oak Ridge can make another stop. Another pitch to the outside. And they're going to say he is short of the first down marker. It's going to be a 4th and 1. And Ramirez with another pitch. And it doesn't look like they're going to keep their offense on the field. Nope. On second thought, they're going to go ahead and bring out the special teams unit. No, they are going to keep the offense out there. They just had some personnel change. As it was going to be a quarterback keeper, but just before the snap, Coach Blackshaw was able to get the timeout called.
Timeout, Oak Ridge, they're first.
So what Katy Taylor was able to do was bring in a massive jumbo-style package to line up. So they had at least looked like it might have been a 12-personnel team that they were going to have multiple tight ends, extra blockers at the line, and even brought in a fullback. Looked like it was number 30, Kelly Porter. Actually, he had a tight end in the backfield. So they wanted to make sure that they made those adjustments if they were going to try to bring that same personnel on the line. So after the timeout, they're bringing the regular offense back out there for the Mustangs. Broom is in the pistol. Ramirez right behind. And Phillips in motion in the backfield as well. So another handoff to Ramirez, and they were able to stop him short, and the ball comes back out, but it's going to be a turnover on downs. So the Oak Ridge defense able to make a big stop, and now see what your offense can come back out here and do. Oak Ridge lining up at their own 42, close to midfield yet again. They've had excellent field position to start things off besides the start of the game right at the 32. But other than that, they've been close to midfield even in Mustang territory. Salem. Quick pass to the sideline, throws it short of Preston Davis-Cox. Nice, decent crowd here tonight at the stadium, as the sun is starting to set here at the bank. Player goes in motion. That is Corbin Cantrell for the War Eagles. Now it's going to be another handoff as he turns the corner and finds himself a nice lane, cuts back up the middle of the field, and it's going to be into the end zone for a Oak Ridge touchdown. Cody Cooksey. "58 yards to the end zone." Jose Palencia ready to kick it for Oak Ridge. Try to tie things up. High snap, able to get it set, and kick is good. Palencia able to stay with it. Does not get phased by the high snap. continues to finish things off, and we have the replay of the score here. So Cooksey able to turn the corner and cuts back right at the 30 to finish strong into the end zone for the 58-yard rushing touchdown. And you have an excited home crowd following that. And now we are even here at the bank as the Mustang 7, War Eagle 7. Just a matter of time. You got to get the rust off. I know that it's the first game of the season. Fourth drive, big rushing play. That's one of the things you're excited to see. You're finding a rhythm, and the sophomore running back able to get into the end zone. Bring some excitement here for the Oak Ridge faithful. As they kick it off deep. So Cantu kicks it into the end zone. So now makes you, well, there is a flag on the play. We're waiting to see what, and that's actually at the Oak Ridge 40, near the Oak Ridge 40. Are they going to start things off at the Katy Taylor 7 or the Katy Taylor 25?
Offside. Kicking team number 41. 5-yard penalty from the dead ball spot. First down.
The dead ball spot. And Katy Taylor will start at the 30, their own 30. 2:27 left here in the first quarter. This defense lining back up. Mustang showing 3 receivers. Josiah Hooks went in motion as he gets the rush started, and he finds himself maybe right at the first down line. I would say that they might go ahead and move the sticks on this one. And they go ahead and get their 4th first down of the evening. So 1st and 10 at their own 40. Broom. Incomplete pass intended for Dyson.
Pass intended for number 6. Will Dyson is incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd down.
As we'd see, both teams on their 4th possession, 4 possessions so far this evening in the first half, still even the first quarter. Broom, the lone in the backfield, but now back in the pistol. Ramirez gets the handoff as he runs towards the near side, and he is tackled, say, at the line, maybe even in the backfield for a slight loss. But that was Elijah Burton leading the tackle on that one, bringing it a 3rd and 10. Looks like Oak Ridge is seeing a little bit of a pattern and are anticipating more of this run game here from the Mustangs. Play action. High, finds a rainbow pass over there to Will Dyson and gets tackled in the red zone. Ari Jackson able to save. Massive touchdown. That would have been a big touchdown if Dyson was able to find his way into the end zone for the Mustangs. Following the play action pass, now they are in the red zone. Ramirez in motion yet again.
Timeout. Timeout. Katy Taylor.
So the Mustangs take a timeout here. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining in the first half. While we did see some rain earlier today here in the Montgomery County area, there was a slight weather delay before teams were able to come out onto the field and get some practice, warm-ups in. Whereas it typically would feel, I think the highs today were in triple digits. But following the rain, it does feel like it's in the 90s right now, and I'm sure that that turf does not feel as cool as it might be. So it might even be hotter than 90 degrees on that turf right now. But the defense lining up. And Mustangs with a lot of personnel. So Phillips with the handoff, it gets maybe 2 on that run. As they huddle up. Dyson. Actually, Broom with the keeper and is short of the first down marker. So 3rd and 2, but that does it for the first.
Gallo Mazda and Gallo Ford are your hometown auto dealers. We have been treating customers like family since 1970. So when you're ready for a new or used vehicle, go with the name you know. Gallo, Gallo Ford, Gallo Mazda, and Gallo Toyota. Shop GalloAuto.com.
Go with the name you know with Golo. So we are at 7-7 here going into the second quarter as we swap into the field. Katy Taylor in the driver's seat. The ball's going to be on the 7-yard line. Oak Ridge needs to make another 3rd down stop here. As we wait for the teams to get the timeout in between the quarters. Mustangs lining up. Keller Porter in the backfield alongside with Zach Phillips. Lining up in the pistol. Handoff up the middle. Phillips gets the first down. It's now 1st and goal at the 3. Now the Mustangs. A lot of personnel in the backfield. Direct snap, kind of a wildcat formation, and they are in the end zone. That is a 3-yard rushing touchdown from Zach Phillips. Pending the extra point, Mustangs leading right now 13-7. Felipe Melagrana ready to kick the extra point. Matthew Baruna on the hold, and it's good. So 30 seconds into the second quarter, Mustangs now leading 14-7. So Katy Taylor leading here now. Just a one-possession game in the first half, second quarter. Oak Ridge, with their biggest play of the night, was the 58-yard rushing touchdown from Cooksey. Cooksey and Miller back to return. Then you have Brooks and Winiger lined up over near the 25. The only penalty of the night that has been enforced was a kick out of bounds on the first play of the game. So returned by the sideline, but it looks like it's going to be out of bounds, and Benjamin Winiger on the return, and he's going to be out of bounds at the 29, maybe at the 30. Spotted at the Oak Ridge 30. Salem's in the gun. Cooksey to his left. Salem's going to keep it as he rolls left. He's going to be pursued, and I don't know if that was going to be an actual pass or if that could have been a fumble out of bounds. Yep, that might be intentional grounding, because he didn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. If you were wondering, well, who's outside the tackle box?
Intentional grounding.
You have to be at least back to the line of scrimmage.
Lost it down at the spot of the pass. Second down.
That'll now be 2nd and 14, only a 4-yard penalty. Cox in motion. Another handoff to Cooksey as he's able to get on the sideline, and that's going to be a flag. That was a horse collar tackle. Multiple flags thrown right there near the sideline. Not only did Cooksey get the first down on the run, but there's going to be even more. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty tacked onto it. So about a 35-yard run.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle. Number 43 defense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Ethan Ranson gets penalized. But as you can see, Cooksey with a 35-yard rush. Actually, that was Lucas LaForest.
At first down and 10 from the 27-yard line.
I believe that's going to be another timeout called.
The offense were not set. Still first down. Please put 11-13 on the clock. 11-13.
With the officials not being set, the whistle was not blown to start things off. So now Oak Ridge will line back up on offense in Mustang territory. And as they were coming out, they were lining up under center. And one of the things you don't see that often in high school football nowadays is your quarterback taking snaps from the center. He's usually either in a pistol or gun formation.
Delay game. Offense number 10. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
And now a delay of game penalty for Oak Ridge. Kind of sees that the coaches were saying they needed to restart the play clock. So high snap. Salem's able to still give it to Cooksey. Cooksey dancing his way through into the second level, and it's another massive gain. Oak Ridge is now in the red zone. Salem and Cooksey. Cooksey gets the ball yet again. Spin moves. And able to find some positive yardage. 5-yard gain. As I was saying earlier in the game, one of the things that Oak Ridge did last season in our as you can see what they've been doing tonight, running the ball, controlling the clock in that way. They rushed for over 1,700 yards last season. It's now a handoff to Cooksey, and he's in for his second rushing touchdown of the night. Just down by 1 point as the War Eagles are trying to tie things back up here in the second quarter. Salem able to get the high snap on the last PAT. Good snap, good hold, and good extra point attempt. So things are all tied up here back at the bank. So the goal line stand. Cooksey able to find his way for his second touchdown of the night.
With 10 minutes, 11 seconds remaining until halftime, your score. Mustangs 14, Conroe 14.
So starting things off for Oak Ridge, you had the turnover on downs, back-to-back drives with punts, and now you have 2 drives back-to-back rushing touchdowns. Took a little bit to find a little momentum on offense. The run game is going. Now they're kicking things off yet again. Cantu, strong leg, able to kick it into the end zone earlier. Does the same thing yet again. So another touchback, and this will be the 5th drive of the half for Katy Taylor. Just by saying the school name Katy Taylor makes me think that I'm actually talking about a person. And saying Taylor's kind of reminded me of Friday Night Lights, the old series that was on NBC, high school football. Fitting, set in Texas. Texas high school football going on right now. One of those great series that you get to revisit. I think it's due for a rewatch for me, especially with football season now starting. Broom in the gun. Hands it off this time to Josiah Hooks with the sweep. And is tackled for a 6-yard gain. Looks like Gavin Moreno was in on the mix. Moreno had the fumble recovery earlier in the evening.
Second down and 4.
Second and 4, ball at the Mustang 31. Broom in the pistol. Looks as if that they are getting a change of play clock at 4. They're going to go ahead and take a timeout as the play clock was at
Timeout.
1.
Katy Taylor, second of the half.
It's officially dark here in the sky. Thursday night lights here for you on our YouTube channel. Just want to remind you all who are tuning in tonight that for the Conroe ISD Athletics Woodforest Stadium channel, whether it be on your smartphone, computer, tablet, smart TV, just make sure that if you go in there and you actually if you click like and set that reminder bell as the play is snapped. Open field here for Broom. He's going to get a first down. He's going to run towards the Mustang sideline for a big gain. That'll be the 7th first down of the evening. But just a reminder that throughout the season, we're going to be coming live every week. Just be sure you turn on your notification, as it's going to be handed off over here to Ramirez again. He's short of the first down marker. But if you subscribe to our channel and then you click the bell, it'll set you that reminder of every time that we go live here, Thursdays and Fridays throughout the season, on our Conroe ISD Sports Woodforest Bank Stadium stream. The Mustangs in Oak Ridge territory, 2nd and 5. And there's going to be penalty thrown. Might be movement there from the offensive line.
Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty remains, 2nd down.
Brings up to 25 penalty yards now for the Mustangs this evening. Run up the gut. Brings it a 3rd and manageable here for the Mustangs. Substitutions being made for Oak Ridge. Josiah Norbert. Arnado Boa coming in. So Broom by himself in the backfield. Quick pass. It's going to be incomplete. As he was looking for Phillips yet again. So now it's 4th and 7 as they bring out the punt team. This will be the first time Katy Taylor's going to punt tonight. Cooksy's back to return. Lined up in between the hash marks. Actually lining up towards the far hash at the 15. High snap. The ball's going to be downed, say, at the 12. This will be the furthest back tonight that Oak Ridge is going to start in their own territory. See if they can keep the momentum going on offense with the ground game. Davis Cox goes in motion. Cooksey gets the handoff. There's another penalty. Waiting for the referee. I think it might have been a hold.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Oh, no.
15-yard penalty from the end of the run. 1st down.
So automatic 1st down following the face mask. If you're a War Eagle fan, I'll take those free yards anytime. Just keep them coming. Well, we are waiting. Referees are conversing again at the line of scrimmage. But if It was supposed to be a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. And that's what puts them at the 35. So we wait for everything to pick back up. Just hope that you stay tuned for the halftime show. Oak Ridge Band has already made their way to the common area down near, let's say down near the NX building, whatever you would call that, near the north end zone. As they are lining up, warming up, getting ready for their halftime festivities. And Salem in the gun. And Miller was in motion. Cooksey gets the handoff, maybe 5 yards on that carry. Following the gain of 4. Just a reminder that starting last season, they implemented the 2-minute timeout here at the high school level as Salem rolls left, throws downfield to Preston Davis Cox, out of his hands, right on the money, but just went out of his hands for the incomplete pass. Bringing up a 3rd and 6 now. So now in all high school, college, professional level football, you have the 2-minute warning, 2-minute timeout. Salem with the snap, rolls left, throws, and Miller had a hand on it, but was hit as he was attempting to make the reception. And now it's going to be a punt here. And back to return is Jonathan Rodriguez. As Oak Ridge is getting ready to punt it.
Timeout. Oak Ridge, their second.
So both teams now with 1 timeout remaining. As we are waiting for both teams to line back up. I know that just north of us tonight, Grand Oaks is playing their opening game at Moorhead Stadium. I'll look into that score just a little bit to fill you all in. The last winning record that Oak Ridge did have was, I believe, back in 2023 when they made the playoffs. So in 24 and in 25, both losing seasons as the punt goes into the end zone for a touchback. So Oak Ridge looking to get back into the playoff mix. Grand Oaks had their first playoff berth last season. Typically, it's always been in our district. Woodlands, College Park, Willis vying for those top 3 spots. And it's been kind of a revolving door for that 4th spot in the playoff mix. 2 years ago, it was Conroe. Last year, it was Grand Oaks. And back in 23, 3 seasons ago, it was Oak Ridge. It's another handoff. This time they give it to Phillips. And I would say that it was a mixture of Norbert Moreno and I think Jackson in there for the scrum to bring down, as it's going to be a 2nd and 5. As we're a little over halfway done of the 2nd quarter. And Finn Walker there to finish it off, and he's going to get his first sack of the season as a low snap to Broom.
Finn Walker with the quarterback sack. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10.
But one of the things you like to see is Walker playing to the whistle blows. As you know, he's a 3-star prospect. So Broom with the screen. So Dyson with the reception, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and punt things away here. So the last 2 drives now for Katy Taylor ends with punts.
That'll bring up 4th down and 3.
So the defense making a nice stop here. Looks like there was a hand on the kick. And TJ Miller stayed away from it. Now we're going to get to see the offense with nice field position close to midfield. This is going to be the 7th possession of the half for Oak Ridge. So Oak Ridge did receive to start things off here in the game. You have 3 minutes, 58 seconds to try and get a few more points to go in with the lead at halftime. Cooksy's been running rather well tonight. 2 rushing touchdowns. As they call his number yet again, I'd say after the first couple series, he's getting stopped right at the line, even in the backfield, but able to give time for this War Eagle offensive line led by Joe Dorado and Cameron Rucker. 2 of your top Burley boys in the offensive line, protecting, blocking, making these lanes here for Cooksey. Mustangs send 3. Cooksey with the handoff as he's trying to turn the corner, and he's tackled, but there is a flag thrown. It's going to be on the Mustangs. It's either a horse collar or a face mask trying to, I believe it might have been a face mask. That was Rodriguez on the tackle for the Mustangs.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 12. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. First down.
Actually, it was Sekunde, linebacker for the Mustangs. But if you're Oak Ridge, like I said earlier, just take all those free yards. There have been 45 free yards already from personal fouls. And Cooksey, another big run coming up. Tries to stiff arm, but is pushed out of bounds by Edison Skokna. There you have it, another first down here for Oak Ridge. Just short of the red zone, but Oak Ridge continuing to run the ball successfully. Cooksey cuts back but gets stopped. Gets 4 yards on that rush. Seeing a bunch of counters here that have been beneficial. It's going to be a 2nd and 7, but they're probably going to go ahead and let the clock go to, nope, they get the snap off, but it's going to be a fumble. So the loose ball, waiting to see, said that he was down. It should have been the 2-minute timeout.
2-minute timeout.
Surprised that they wanted to go ahead and get that snap off before the 2-minute timeout, because the play clock was right at less than 5 seconds, and it was actually less than 10. I think I saw the play clock at 7 with 2:05 left.
Cold water.
Here, our referee left that mic on. I think he was asking for some cold water. It's hot here in the state of Texas, not going to lie. Central Air AC is beneficial for us here in the booth. I feel for those students, everyone that's out there. The humidity is alive and well here. Not going to lie, looking forward to a little bit later in the season, cooler football weather. But I'm just happy that we have football yet again. It's another season in the great state of Texas as we are here on Thursday night football. But I appreciate them implementing the 2-minute timeout here at the high school level. Now you have a 3rd and 6, 3rd and median. And we have a penalty flag. Might have been a false start for Oak Ridge.
False start. Offense. Number 84. All 11 players weren't set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
So if you're Oak Ridge, now with being a 3rd and long, even 3rd and 11 to be exact, makes you question, try to get closer to kick the field goal, or would you go for it on 4th down? So you had a lot of misdirection happened, and this time the carry was with Rogers Wheeler. Because on that play, you had Preston Davis Cox go in motion. You had the fake over to Cooksey. And then Wheeler with the handoff. Oak Ridge has one timeout left here in the half. Play clock right at 10. I think they're going to go ahead and let the play clock hit 1, call a timeout, and figure things out, see if they can go for a field goal, try to kick a field goal.
Timeout.
And that's what they do.
Oak Ridge.
With just a minute 8 left here in the half. Ball's at the 22.
That's their third and final timeout.
I'd say it'd be about a 37-yard attempt if they go for a kick here, if they go for the field goal. Well, Oak Ridge has been running the ball very well. The passing game has not been there where they'd like for it to be. I think that they've only had, I know they've had less than 5 completions. Now, there have been some throws from Salem that have been on the money. Unfortunate drops right through the hands. Oak Ridge are going to keep the offense. So they are 0 for 1 on 4th down conversions tonight. In their first drive, they went for it on 4th down at midfield. Cooksey in motion. Salem, plenty of time in the pocket. Throws downfield. Almost intercepted, but almost caught by Cooksey. But that's going to be a turnover on downs. So the Mustangs are going to start things off with a minute 3 left in the half at their own 22. And they still have 1 timeout remaining. I'd say 60 yards to at least get them in decent field goal range. It all comes down to what you can do on 1st down here for the Mustangs. Broom throws to the middle of the field. And that's going to be pass interference. So Benjamin Wininger was a little early on that hit.
After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 29, taunting, 15-yard penalty, first down.
So they're going to call the taunting play instead of it being a pass interference. I would have assumed that it was going to be making it a little early before the ball got there. It gives them another first down. You have a reverse here. And Hooks gets another first down right at the 50. Clock still going for the Mustangs. still have that one timeout left. Trying to get a play called right at the line. 30 seconds left here in the quarter. Broom throws towards the sideline. Spin move, breaks a tackle. And it looks like Will Dyson in for the 53-yard reception. So Will Dyson able to get a spin move on the tackle. And the extra point attempt is good.
The extra point attempt is good.
So as I was saying, breaks the tackle with the spin move and able to find some extra momentum to run his way into the end zone to take the lead into halftime. 18 seconds left on the clock. We'll see what Oak Ridge can do with 18 seconds left. See if they can try to move upfield or if they're just going to go ahead and take a knee and go to the field house. What originally looked like a routine play just turned into a big touchdown for the Mustangs. Miligrana teeing it up over at the 40. Looks like we have a little bit of wind here at the stadium tonight. As the football tips over. I don't know, might need to get someone to hold the ball for him if can't get it teed up. Squib kick. I don't know who's going to come up with this one. I think that the Mustangs might have it. No, they're going to say that. So it's going to be an official timeout here. 15 seconds left. As we wait for play to resume here. Checking in north of us over at Moorhead. And Klein Oak and Grand Oaks, they're at halftime. It looks as if they're also at halftime. And Grand Oaks leading 28-21 over the Klein Oak Panthers. So Oak Ridge was able to come up with it. So the 8th and final drive of the half for Oak Ridge. Katy Taylor lining up with 3 defensive backs.
Timeout. Katy Taylor. Third and final of the half.
So Katy Taylor's going to take their final timeout of the half. Curious if they're trying to bring in another defensive back.
Huh? I'm fine, thank you.
Trying to cover up 3 sections of the field with defensive backs. They pretty much had 3 defensive backs deep on defense. Bit of a long first half here. About 90 minutes of play. It's going to be a run up the middle with Cooksey. Cooksy's able to get his way back into the Mustang territory. But they try to line up quick. Maybe they can down it, but it looks like that's going to be it for the first half. We are at 0. Katy Taylor will receive to start things off in the second half, but after an exciting first half of football, Katy Taylor leading the Oak Ridge War Eagles 21-14. And we hope you stick with us here on our stream channel. Katy Taylor is going to bring out their band and drill team, and then it'll be the Oak Ridge band and drill team. So enjoy the halftime show, halftime festivities. We have one half of football left. We will be back right after that with more high school football, but please enjoy the fine music and dancing from both of these phenomenal schools.
And now, taking the field for your halftime entertainment, the award-winning 47 line of the Taylor High School Pacesetters. The Pacesetters are under the direction of Mrs. Gordon Rita and Mrs. Annie Corrigan. We would like to recognize our 2026-2027 officer line, starting with Colonel Vivian Smith, Lieutenant Colonel and All-American Adriana Dora, Lieutenant Colonel and All-American Olivia Liu, Major and All-American Chloe Witt, Major and All-American Valeria Solomon, Lieutenant Julia de Andrade Lima, and Lieutenant Melanie Jones. Our 2026-2027 social officers are President and All-American Grace Scott, Sisterhood and All-American Grace Geary, Motivational Officers Selena Costelli, Operations Casey Harrington, and Public Relations and All-American Anna Oriano. Our Spirit Girl of the Week is Isabella Cordova. Our Dancer of the Week is Sherry Boone. And our Teacher of the Week is 12th grade Assistant Principal Mrs. Spike. Tonight, the Pacesetters will kick off their 2026 football season
this year, we have Verdant Kumar, Haley Harwell, Micah Herbert, Evan Florholtz, and Luciana Jimenez. Tonight, the Jet Band will be performing the front half of their 2026 program, The Ship of Dreams. director is Mike Gary, assisted with Andrew Fouget and Patrick Guzman. Color guard director is Michael House. On behalf of the Taylor Band, we thank you for your support. Go Mustangs!
Good evening and welcome from the award-winning Oak Ridge High School Liberty Bell dance team under the direction of Rebecca Barber and April Dickerman. The 2026-2027 Liberty Bells officers are Addison Collinger, Lieutenant, Brooklyn Limon, Lieutenant, Bailey O'Neill, Lieutenant, Rebecca Lumas, Major, Logan Bledsoe, Major, Grace Cornflow, Lieutenant Colonel, Addison Duncan, Lieutenant Colonel. The Spirit Girl of the Week is A.J. Frank Gardner. The Dancer of the Week is Kayla Leyva. Now, sit back and enjoy the Liberty Bell prom routine to push it. Take it away, ladies. And now, the pride of Oak Ridge, the award-winning War Eagle Marching Band. The band is under the direction of drum majors Natalia Lopez, Allison Eckford, Natalie Sanchez, and Victoria Flores. Featured twirler is Beatrice Williams. Section of the week are our seniors. Officer of the week is Wyatt Ritchie. Marcher of the week is Isaac Garner. Guard member of the week is Liani Hernandez. War Eaglet of the week is James Navarro. The War Eagle Band would like to thank our sponsors, Roberto's, for feeding us this season. And now, sit back and relax as the War Eagle program performs parts 1 and 2 of their 2026 field show titled Drawn to the Edge. Take it away.
Attention fans, we're currently under a lightning delay. I need all fans to clear the stands at this time and please seek shelter at this time. Shelter below the stands, please. We're under a lightning delay at this time. Thank you.
Well, everyone, I do apologize that we were about to resume play 5 minutes from now, but now we are on a 30-minute weather delayed. We saw lightning within the area, so everyone will be exiting the stands. We're going to shelter in place, and hopefully we do not need to restart this timer for 30 minutes, so we will have an extended halftime. So we should be resuming right around, let's say 9:20, about 9:22. So please bear with us, and we will resume play shortly.
Fans, please, we ask you to please clear the stands at this time and seek shelter. We're under a weather delay. Please, at this time, exit the stadium and seek shelter. Thank you very much.
Get out of the stands, people. Pay attention.
If you are just now tuning in, just a little reminder, as you can see at the score bug at the bottom of the screen, that is how much of a delay that we have until we can resume play due to there being an actual weather delay here. I believe there was lightning in the area, so once UIL rules and regulations, once 30 minutes have passed, we can resume play. So at this time, right now, we are facing a weather delay. Hello again, everybody. Just another reminder, if you're tuning in now, if you see the score bug at the bottom of the screen, you see that graphic with the countdown. It's showing 26 minutes and 30, no, we're at 35, 34, 33 seconds. That is an indicator that we are currently on a weather delay, and play will resume once that hits 0. But if you see it reset, that means that we are still experiencing an extended weather delay due to lightning. So just bear with us, and hopefully we will be back to play soon. Hey, everybody, just wanted to make sure that if you're tuning in just now, if you see at the graphic the score bug at the bottom of the screen, there is 22 minutes left until play can resume. We are under a weather delay at the moment here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. There was lightning in the vicinity, so as of right now, we are sheltering in place. And once we are past this weather delay. Play will resume. I'm sure that both teams will warm up for about 5 minutes, and then we will be back underway. But that's just if you're tuning in and wondering why are there 21 minutes left here in the third quarter, well, it's because we are under a lightning delay, and once that passes, we will resume play. We don't know if there will be a rolling clock in the second half, with it being a close game as of right now. As you can see, Katy Taylor is leading 21-14 over the Oak Ridge War Eagles, and Katy Taylor will be receiving the ball to start things off in the second half whenever play does resume. But as of right now, 21 minutes and counting until play will resume, and I will continue to check in in case you are just tuning in or jumping in wondering where the current status of the game is. That's what's going on. Hey, everybody. Sorry to give you some more bad news, but if you are just tuning in, we are still in this weather delay. It did have to get reset for a little bit. So right now we're looking at 24 minutes until play can resume. We are supposed to be sheltering in place, exiting the stands. So once the play clock, as you can see the score bug on the bottom of the screen, once that hits 0, then play will resume. But as of right now, we're experiencing a lightning delay. And we will continue to check in with you until the actual game does resume. But as for right now, we are still experiencing a weather delay.
Fans, the game has been canceled due to the lightning delay. The game has been canceled. We want to thank you for coming out and supporting your respective schools. Please drive home safely. Thank you and have a good night.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you were able to hear from the loudspeaker from the stadium, they just announced that the game is currently canceled for the remainder of, so the second half will not be played tonight due to the lightning and weather delay. With it being a non-district game, I believe that this is going to be it, so they're calling it. So it is now official. Katy Taylor will get the victory over the Oak Ridge War Eagles 21-14. We appreciate you for tuning in tonight, and we'll be back here again tomorrow night. It's going to be the Woodlands playing here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. Let me pull that schedule up real quick just to confirm who they will be playing. Oh, Bridgeland. That's going to be a good matchup tomorrow night here at Woodforest Bank Stadium. Playoff contender, district hot team Bridgeland against your Woodlands High School. But tune in at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. But also, just if you have not subscribed to the channel, if you hit the like button and then you hit the bell, it'll remind you every time we go live this year. But again, the game has been canceled. Only one half of play. Katy Taylor was leading at the half, 21-14. So I'm sure that they will score them as the victors of this week 1 non-district matchup. So hope everybody gets home safe, fighting the elements, and we will see you all tomorrow night here on the Woodforest Bank Stadium Conroe ISD Athletics channel. For me, Jackson Cocker, and everyone in the booth, we hope that you all have a great rest of your night. Someone left their wallet and keys. Demand greatness. Dodge. Yeah, Colton.
Wait, the battery on the new one changed. It stayed 100, yeah.
A little bit, but we're okay, you know? Yeah. I'm not like, I don't know, I think at first I was like, dang, this sucks because people are gonna ask, you know, like about the medical school stuff and like, how is your husband? Because like this has been our plan for so long and but I finally have kind of gotten to the point where it's like, I don't really care what people think and who's
16 years ago, I had a heart attack. And I don't know if you know enough about medicine to know. There was 150 blockage of the left anterior descending artery. And when you say that, the first thing the medical person says is, oh, it's a golden right there.
yeah,
I should have been dead.
yeah, absolutely.
7 years ago, I had a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's.
Mm-hmm.
And in spite of all that, I feel that God has blessed me more than I deserve, far more. And to trust Him when He has that faith in me.
You believe it. I think you have it in your heart and you just let Him know and you trust in His plan. It'll work out. Or it'll be even better. God has an interesting sense of humor, so there's plenty sense of
That is,
humor.
no, it's interesting. That is a fact.
I'm just here along for the ride, taking it day by day. Sometimes it sucks, but honestly, I'm just so glad that I have this job. I really like my job. Teaching.
Well, we're glad you have it too.
I love teaching, but this is like, it feels like the next step, like the natural progression of this and like what I want to do. And I like that I don't have to sit in an office all day.
Well, I have respect for y'all teachers. I couldn't
yeah.
do it. My patience,
No, I do too. Teachers put up with a lot. They're amazing.
Speaking of personal experience, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, there's my life update, guys. All good. I guess if you guys want to go ahead and head out, Benji, I guess wait until our camera guys get back so that we can make sure everything's hooked up, ready to help. If you will go put those back on charge for me, the mount, thank you. Benji, will you make sure your phones are on charge? And you're free to go, my friend.
I'm just waiting for my ride. He said, oh, well, why didn't you say something?
He was
Sneaking up behind me, you gonna give me another heart attack. For a while. I'll be here all the time. You're gonna give me another heart attack.
Okay, how did you get the job?
I was just right down here. Figured you still working. Well, we was, until they timed us out.
Dude, you have to tap into these wedding markets.
There we go.
These are so cool. Wait, I've been at that location. I've shot there. Is that? Oh no, never mind. All wedding videos just look the same. Oh, they're such a gorgeous couple.
All right, I see you on tomorrow.
All right, bye, Milton.
Bye, Milton.
Jackson, I'll see you next week.
I'm glad you
Yes,
blessed
sir.
us with your presence. I said I'm glad you blessed us with your presence.
Oh, did I get presents?
Yes, you did.
Yourself. See you
Yourself.
tomorrow.
All right, bye, Milton.
Bye-bye.
Oh, those are nice. Oh, cute. That's really cool.
So I guess I can stop recording this. Like,
Oh,
do
it's
anything else?
so down in the bottom corner, you see that button blinking?
You should.
Yeah, so hold that down and hit record at the same time, and it'll turn it off. It's just like fail safe. And then I don't think you need to
feel like sometimes when you sit in my class, I'm like, they all trust him. They're like, he knows what he's doing. So he's almost like director.
Yeah.
And
That's how I was my first year teaching too. I was like, okay, there were like two kids that really knew their bit. My advanced
But
level.
my one thing is, I like still don't know where everything is in the room because it's
Yeah.
not the studio. Like they built that wing,
Oh, that's
so
right.
it's like in a whole different room. Like
Do I still have to wait for you?
Okay.